What's up everyone, this is Tiffany with thegearlady.com and today we are talking snowboarding gear. So I'm actually going to do a little try on haul. We are going to go through all of the items that I have, why I bought them, the things that I like, things that I don't like, why I chose the colors that I chose, and what I would recommend when you're choosing the colors of your gear as well. I'm going to talk you through the good, the bad, the ugly. Well, hopefully there's nothing ugly. I mean, maybe, we'll see. Safe place here, guys. Those of you that are new here, I created the Gear Lady because I love to adventure and try new things. Every time I tried something new, the main resource that I had available were these experts and professionals. It was just really hard for me to relate to them or be able to learn from them because they were recommending things that were so far above my head. So I created the Gear Lady because I'm a normal person and I can explain things in normal person terms. So if you're looking for an expert, this is not the place. The first time that I went snowboarding, I actually had to rent or borrow every single piece of gear that I took because I had nothing. I have a video talking through what to rent, what to buy, and sharing my experience. I will link that here. The very first thing that I purchased was my apparel. There's no rhyme or reason to the gear order that I'm starting with. For kicks and giggles, we are going to start with the coat. This is the Roxy Quinn snowboarding coat. I will link the ones that I can find down below and some that are similar. I'm 5'9", and so having it a longer length, I feel like it hits in a very flattering place and is not only functional but also stylish. Another must-have feature for a snowboarding coat that happened to be on this coat. I had no idea to even look for this, so I'm so grateful. I actually bought one that was awesome. It has these vents in the armpit, but they can zip up or zip close. You wanna know what's so awkward? Trying to unzip these while being filmed. It's fine, let's go with it, people. It just lets some ventilation into the coat. So especially on warmer days, popping those open, it makes such a big difference in keeping you warm, but also getting a little bit of a breeze going through. I'm telling you, it is a must-have. No one can even tell if I have them open or closed when I'm just wearing it normally. Love that this has the built-in snow skirt. For those of you that don't know, the snow skirt is what keeps the snow from going up into your coat as much. It just is that little elastic band that will stay down, but it also has these little hooks. This allows you to connect your snow coat directly to your snow pants, and that's going to make it so that you don't have so much snow going down your pants by them being connected. Even if you fall, it keeps the snow out of your pants or your back, which is a huge thing. I actually did not realize I had this for quite some time, and then when I did, it was such a game changer. There's so many good pockets on this coat. First one is this one right here. So it has the zip, but then it also has this little Velcro pocket right inside. I just feel like this pocket is very secure. I put my cell phone and like lip gloss. I'll put my ID and credit card or cash. It also has a large mesh pocket, is ideal for goggles. Usually I don't put my goggles in there because I keep them attached to my helmet, but I love this huge pocket. I use it and put snacks and all different types of things in there. It's just so convenient that it's so large. Even when I'm adding stuff, it's adding bulkiness in. It takes quite a lot before it's adding bulkiness out. It has the pass pocket here. Such an amazing coat, and I get compliments on it all the time, especially when I'm just wearing it out and about. Next piece of gear we're gonna dive into, dun, da, 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 my snow pants. Oh, are you shocked that I bought pink snow pants?
Pink snow pants?
Really? If you're shocked that I have bright pink snow pants, you clearly have just started watching the Gear Lady stuff because I love pink. And this is a very intentional thing that I got the bright pink snow pants because, as you saw, I went with a really neutral jacket, but I felt like my snow pants, that's where I could go big or go home. And there's so many reasons why I went with pink. I wanted it to be feminine. It's really easy for my friends to find me as they're like zipping past me. It has the zip vents on the leg, so just the same as my coat. If you're getting a little bit toasty, it is lined, but it's not super thick. It obviously keeps me warm, but it's not outrageous by any means. The Volcom Floor Stretch Gore-Tex pants obviously in women's, and I am wearing a size large, which felt like large was not gonna fit me, but it fits me just fine. I will say I have a little bit of a booty. I am 5'9" and about 140 pounds. One thing that I looked for specifically is I didn't want pockets on the side of my legs because I just felt like it added bulk to them. So you'll notice that these don't have that. This is called the stretch boot gaiter with the lace hook. Here we go. So this has the hook, and I can hook that to my boots. So it does keep my pants hooked to my boots and secure. It also has the button and then the zipper if I'm wanting to widen that out. If you have a little bit larger boots, you can still fit this over them. There is this ring here for attaching your pass if you wanted to do that. And then these back pockets are Velcro and then zip. So the funny thing is, I actually didn't realize till I was doing this that I have the Zip Tech, which is actually jacket to pant interface. It is unique to Volcom. You can actually zip your coat directly to your pants, and it just makes it so literally no snow can get down your back or your pants. Never once flipped that up to see that. You better believe I'm going to be buying myself a Volcom coat to test that out. Okay, normally this is on my shelf. Look, I had to get it off. How cool. If you notice, the helmet matches the coat, which I love that because you can totally see it when I'm on the mountain, especially in the hood, and I just think it looks so cool together. So I intentionally bought those to match. So I do have Roxy goggles and Roxy helmet. I love on this helmet that it has the little ear warmers built in because I hate being cold, and so that was a big thing for me. It also has the adjustable technology, so you can adjust it to your head size. It has the goggle strap that keeps your goggles secure. And then, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it does have a little bit of an indent on the helmet to help keep your goggles in place. Now, don't get me wrong, my goggles flip up on me all the time, but obviously this little clip in the back keeps it there, and you just put them back. So this is my helmet. I love how I can't say it without making my voice go significantly higher, but it's fine. You want it to be secure, but you don't want it to be like choking you. So you can see this is on here nice and snug. It does have a little pad right on the strap, which just makes it a lot more comfortable. And this is what it looks like when I have my goggles up. And then obviously when I am boarding, then I snap them down. I did go with the mirrored goggles, and it does have a tint. So one thing to keep in mind that I actually didn't know when I bought my gear the first time, if you have a tinted goggle, it's gonna be much harder to see at night. And I learned that the hard way multiple times. That I've been going down the mountain and I've had to snap my goggles up because I can't really see because they are so tinted. So I actually have a video coming up where I'm looking at new goggles because that's one of the pieces of gear that I'm wanting to invest in next. Okay, these are my gloves. I got the North Face. They are the Gore-Tex Montana gloves. I have a size small. The first feature that is an absolute must-have, dun, 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 wrist straps. I'm telling you people, the number of gloves that I see just all over the mountain or falling off the chairlifts, it's unreal. But check this out. You've got these convenient little wrist straps, and I know I'm gonna say this and then the next time I go boarding I'm totally gonna lose these, but I've never lost these gloves and I'm a habitual glove loser. So the fact that I still own these like 3 years later is so impressive. This does have the Gore-Tex technology, and these are the mittens. It does have the longer length in the glove, and as I've mentioned, I'm tall, so that's like a thing that I'm looking for very regularly. It has the bungee tightener. It does have a clip to clip them together for storing them, and then it also has the buckle across the top. Obviously the mitten, but inside it does have the individual finger holders, and it is honestly so warm and so comfortable. Now, one thing that I will mention is next time that I get gloves, I am going to specifically look for gloves that have the electronic touchpad, because that's the main thing that is so awful about these is taking them off to take photos on the lift. Awful. Now, thankfully I have the wrist straps, so I'm not losing them, but there's days that it's been so bitter cold and you want to capture a photo or two, and you just, a lot of the time I don't even want to, but Most of the time I do, but it's brutal to take your gloves off when it is that cold. I went with the mittens for the warmth, but trying to attach my bindings at the top of the hill with the mittens was so difficult. Dang mittens. Does make it hard for doing my helmet. I can do hard things. Oh, phew, did it. And so I wish for a newbie I would have gone glove instead of mitten, but at the same time mitten kept me nice and warm, so I can't say for surety until I test out some other gloves, which you better believe I will, so stay tuned for that. It's time to show you my boots. Judge away, but I've kept the original box. I have a slight obsession with boxes because I just like to keep my things nice. I have the K2 contour boots. These are black. Mine are a size 9. It's my normal size boot. And here they are. I love these. They have the BOA coiler technology. That is so amazing. I've seen so many people lace up their snowboard boots and it looks like a full body workout. Like it is intense for them. I didn't feel like I had the upper body strength to do that. So I intentionally found boots that have BOA coilers. This BOA conda eliminates foot movement inside, and then this tightens the outer shell. Inside, outer shell. Inside, outer shell. These boots have been amazing. I highly recommend them. They are so comfortable, so warm. Can't say enough good things about them. They've held up so nicely, and I would absolutely recommend them to someone else. My board is the Burton Flight Attendant. It's actually a male board, but I found it and it was such a good deal. So it has a tapered shape, which means the nose is wider than the tail. She rated an 8 out of 10 for all mountain and 8 out of 10 for powder, and I would fully agree with that. I think it functions so well in both of them. I love the way it rides. I highly recommend it. It's been so great for me. It does have the Mission bindings. I wanted a very feminine design on it, and I don't feel like it's very feminine, but it rides so beautifully that I'll forgive it. So that is my snowboarding gear. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And as always, I look forward to seeing you again soon with my next video. So have an awesome day. Whew. I'm sweating to death right now. It is so hot. Not meant to be worn, just indoors. Not at all.